Hello everyone! Welcome back to my channel. I hope you had a very fun weekend. So for those who are new here and this is your first time to watch my videos, my name is Erica. I am an expat / OFW. I am also a diver, a writer, a sister, a daughter, and a bride-to-be. So for today's episode, we are adding another video to our #OFW Wedding Series where I share tips, hacks, and just my experiences in planning a wedding while I'm here abroad and I'm not in the Philippines. So yeah, basically, I am planning a wedding, but it's going to be in the Philippines, but I am not there, so I'm just gonna come home for the wedding soon. So how do I do all these plannings, all these coordinations and stuff? So here we go. I'm going to share another tip for you today. This is about choosing your wedding suppliers even if you haven't met them. So stay tuned, and please don't forget to subscribe if you like my content. If you like my videos, please don't forget to support and subscribe to my channel. So let's start. How do you choose your suppliers that you haven't even met yet? Well, for me, it's been a whirlwind. Right now we are at 70 to 80% confirmed with our suppliers. There are just some few suppliers that we are waiting for contracts or, you know, comparing contracts. So today I'm going to share with you how I dealt with it. Especially for me, I'm very OC. I mean, I know it's not a term that should be taken lightly, but I don't have any other word to describe how, like, I want everything to be how I want it to be. So I'm going to share with you my techniques and how I did it. So first, and I think this is always a trick that I've been telling you guys, whether it's about, you know, coming to Maldives as OFWs or setting your budget, it's about research. So aka you have to stalk your suppliers. You have to check their Facebook page, you have to check their Instagram, their social media, their website, everything you have to check in order to see if this supplier is the right one for you. No offense to those who don't have social media suppliers who are actually doing sincere and good work, but at this time and age, good suppliers must know how to, you know, adapt to the changes and adapt to technology, and they should be able to show and like to showcase their work on social media, on websites, and the digital platform. Because if they're not doing that, it means they're not that committed to their work, or they're not that updated to the latest standards and, you know, the latest trends. So again, guys, do your research. For the second technique that I've been doing when I've been searching my suppliers is that this is also related to number one. This is to read reviews, because you need to learn from the mistakes or from the experiences of others so that you don't have to commit those same mistakes. But it doesn't just have to be what is written or what is shown on social media, because it's usually exaggerated, or not. If not, then it might be a lie. It depends, to be honest, but don't just believe everything that you see on social media. That's number one. It's better to really ask for feedback from their previous clients. If you know them, then you might, you know, send them a message and say, hey, did you really had a good experience with the supplier? Or if you have a coordinator, well, coordinators can give you feedback, like, have you hired, or like, was in one of your weddings, did you hire this supplier and how was he or she during the wedding? Then your coordinators and your friends will give you honest feedback. For tip number 3, that is to compare contracts. So when you are looking for a supplier, you don't just stick to one, or you don't just ask for a contract, or for, you know, you don't just inquire from one supplier. You have to look at the other options. You might have a dream supplier already, or you have been exposed to one supplier because this supplier is the most sikat, or the most like a lot of people are hiring him, but you don't know the other suppliers might be as good as well. So you have to inquire from different people and compare their contracts. So this supplier A, he's giving these things, but supplier B is not. But supplier B has something in his contract, but which supplier A doesn't have. So which one do I prefer, or which one is better for me, or which one is synchronized with the vision that I have for my wedding? So it's really best to always compare. Para you can also negotiate with your supplier and say that, hey, I got this quote from from someone else, from another party. You don't have to say who, but and then they're giving it at this rate and it's already included with this. So how come that your rate is medyo ganito, ganyan? You know, you can always negotiate because you already have that knowledge that there is another, you know, party that is willing to give you what you need. I think that is understandable in this industry because we all want to save money, and it is better to speak to our suppliers and let them know what could be missing or which part could they improve on, so that they can work on these things. Some people might say na it's not good to tell this supplier that the other supplier is giving this, but for me kasi it's a good negotiation point. So yeah, if it helps you and if it gives you what you want, well, just try it, and you know, maybe it will work out for the best. Some things that you have to, you know, like really look into aside from the inclusions of their package is that, is delivery included? Supplier A has like really affordable, really low price, and supplier B has medyo mahal price, and then but like in the end you didn't know that supplier A pala delivery is not included, and then the delivery fee is much, if you add it, it's gonna be more expensive than supplier B. So those things you have to think of. And also, I guess one of the things that I'm considering when I'm looking at contracts is that how much is the down payment, because naturally it's 10 to 50% of the actual cost ang down payment or reservation fee. It depends, but if it's more than that, parang it's scary. I'm not saying it's a scam, but you have to keep something for yourself also, for your assurance and safety, and guarantee that they will deliver. So if they're asking for a higher down payment and like it's a very low price compared to, you know, the industry price, parang it's something that you have to parang think twice and ask, is this too good to be true? So yun, just be careful. Tip number 4 is to ask your loved ones to help you. So especially on venues, you can ask your mama or your papa, hello ma and pa, especially on venues, since you haven't been to this place or that place. Maybe ma, can you please go to this place and take a video, and or we can do a video call and roam around, walk through the whole venue, and I have these questions, can you ask all of these from the owner or from the supplier? Then I guess they will be very happy to do it, and they will be very happy to help you plan your wedding day. Other than the venue, you can also ask your family or your loved ones to help you pick the caterer. You can ask them, ma, pa, or sis, can you please go to this caterer and try their food and tell me the feedback, especially this food, because we want this on our menu. Can you please try it and tell us how it tastes, because we don't want to get it wrong on our food, because food is important. It's better to delegate the tasks, especially on these things, to people who are there, so that you will have more information and you can decide what is best for you. And last but not the least, tip number 5, this is what I do also, although it consumes time, this is to talk to your potential suppliers. Just tell them your vision. Tell them you want this to be in your wedding. You want to have like a fairy tale theme, or you want to have like an out of this world theme, Star Wars theme, or you can have a Harry Potter theme, or I want to be brought to Hogwarts on my wedding, or you know, these things. Just talk to your supplier and see what they think, and see if they listen to you, or if they push for what they want, or they push for what they're comfortable with. I think that is one of the reasons why, although I have a coordinator, and kudos to her, she's very helpful, I would still want to talk to my suppliers personally, because I want to hear what they have to say, because we are hiring them, we are getting their services for their expertise. And if their expertise is not, you know, in sync with what I want, then possibly there is someone else who is more expert or better in achieving my goal than that supplier. So just talk to them and listen to what they have to say, and see if they compromise. Or for example, hey, I want a cliff wedding and I want it to be like a garden setting, but then like as the supplier would say, oh, I think it's better if you have this kind of wedding on a cliff, because let's say you have like a starry night wedding in your cliff. I mean, it's not a bad idea, but you know, because in hindsight pala, because that supplier already has the equipment or the gears or the items or the booting things for a starry night wedding, and not the kind of wedding that you want. So parang they're making your wedding be more of them than more of you. So yeah, I think that's one of the things that really helped me in choosing who are going to be my dream team, my suppliers. Because yeah, it depends on how they respond to me. Also, speaking of respond, a good supplier will have a fast response time. This is what I've noticed. It's okay if they respond late, like if, for example, like they respond a day after or 2 days after, but because we understand that these are very busy people and their work is parang it's urgent. I think not urgent, but pinaspasay ba? How do you say that in English or in Tagalog? So yeah, but if it takes them a week or more to respond to you, it just means that they don't need you, or they'd be fine without you as their client. So yeah, because you don't want a supplier who you can't reach if there are urgent matters, especially when it's close to your wedding day. So yeah, just check on those things, and hopefully you will get your best team for your big day, and they will help you achieve the wedding of your dreams. Alright guys, I hope I was able to help you today, and I will see you guys next week. If you have anything that you'd like to add or any questions, these are all real-time experiences, alright? I'm not yet married. I'm still also in the process. I'm just sharing with you my experiences. So if there's something that you'd like us to talk about or collaborate with, especially for soon-to-be brides as well, like me, then I would be very happy to read your comments. Don't forget to subscribe. See you next week. Bye.